been checking in with a lot of folks that I haven't seen in quite some time. And this guy right here, I'm thinking it's been at least 12, maybe 13 years since I have seen Dave Camara. And for a lot of you guys who went to Fonda and Utica and places like that back in the day, you know his name very well. And of course, his business, Camara Slate, was always on the side of his car. Turns out he's coming back in 2023. We'll tell you how that happened from just a casual trip. We just happened to go to the racetrack. So let's head somewhere on the New York State Thruway right now. Dave Camara is on his way from Vermont to New York. He's got some nice New Year's plans. 54 years old. He estimates somewhere around 85 to 90 wins in his 21-year career. Dave, I haven't talked to you forever. How the heck are you?
Hi, Doug. It's been a long time.
It has.
Things are good. Everything's great. Yep.
Slate business is still going strong, I hope.
It's been busy. We got a lot of new irons in the fire. We got kids are getting older. They got irons in their fires, and it's exciting. It's exciting to be a dad and to be part of the family business.
So what were you doing since 1990? Pretty much just a dad and a business owner primarily?
Yes, raising kids, going through sports. We do sports kind of like we did the racing. It's all or nothing. So we were all out, no matter if we were playing basketball or playing baseball or cheerleading or football, whatever it was. We were 100% at it, and we played sports all up and down the East Coast. Traveled a lot, and spent 10 years with my kids that I wouldn't take back for anything.
That's nice. And I would imagine your racing background, because racing, you can't, excuse the term, guys, you can't half-ass that. You're either all in or you ain't doing anything, right?
Yes. Yeah, a lot of the parents would look at me and say, really? You're going to go to that extreme? But that's born, we do the same thing at work. We did the same thing at racing. And if we're going to play baseball, then we're going to practice off season. We're going to go to a trainer. We're going to go to a batting expert. We're going to be in the cage, and we're going to go 100%.
And little did they know what your background was that allowed you to think that way, right? Probably most of them didn't even know, right?
No, they didn't have a clue, and they thought I was crazy, and maybe I am crazy. I don't know, but that's what's always. We do the same thing at work. It's either if we're going to do it, we give it 100% chance, and it seemed to work for us. So
yeah, well, I've always said racing people are some of the most passionate people that I know, and we're fortunate that we found that one thing that really gets us that excited, because there really isn't many things as exciting as being in a race car and passing cars and getting to the front, is there?
No, there definitely isn't. It's been a void in my life since the day I got done. I've tried many things, skiing. I mean, I've tried a lot of different things. Everybody tells me to try jumping out of an airplane, but that's completely against my That's completely against my will. I have trouble getting into a good running airplane, never mind jumping out of a good running airplane. So, but I've never found anything to replace it. It's great. Hey, it's great watching your kids play sports, but it's still not the same thing.
No.
And there's nothing like it.
So you told me you just happened to take a trip, was it to Fonda this past summer?
Yep. I went down for a few weekends and got to talk to a lot of people that I haven't talked to in 10 years or better. A lot of people who I'd considered family years ago. And we got offered a couple rides, and I guess it kind of gets the old brain churning and the gut churning, and here we are.
So because you said those first things didn't work out, but something else did. How did this current situation that you're going to be in, how did that come about?
Wes Moody, he runs a car weekly at Fonda. Nick Haywood was driving for him. He wanted to step back. So Wes he was looking for a driver. And he gave me a call and wanted me to come up to his shop. So we went through my son and myself, and we went up, spent the day with him, and went through everything, and it clicked right from day one. So
what's in the shop?
We're pretty excited. He's got 2 TO cars. He's got 3 Durham motors. They're built out of North Carolina. He's got a ton of equipment, and probably one of the most meticulous shops I've ever seen. He's got great equipment. Wes is 84, and
wow.
he still does the work on the cars.
Good for him.
Him and a couple other guys. He's extremely meticulous. I mean, his shop was amazing. It
Really?
was absolutely amazing. Yeah, it was just, it was, you could eat off the floors. Everything had a place. It was just, it's comforting to see that. So it's going to, it's a good fit for me for right now.
Yeah, I've been to some shops where if you were to drop your sandwich on the floor, you wouldn't even pick it up because it's so dirty. And then there's other shops where you drop your sandwich on your floor and you're like, oh my God, I'm sorry, let me clean that up. So it's the second, not the first, huh?
Yeah, for sure. And when you see that kind of stuff, and our shop wasn't always the cleanest because
Oh, you were the first shop. Okay.
So we always
okay,
had,
somewhere in the middle. Okay.
Yeah, so we had a full few-time guys over the years, but most of our guys weren't full-time. So we worked at the quarry during the day, and then we worked in the shop at night. And our big downfall in racing was, my closest track was 2 hours away.
That's
and,
right.
And most tracks were 3 hours away. So unfortunately, we spent more time on the road than we did in the shop.
Well, where is Poultney as I look at a map of Vermont?
It is on the east. It's on the western side of Vermont, and it's right in the central. It's right near Rutland. It's right in the center of the state.
So how long would it take you to get, say, Albany, Saratoga, which I would think would be one of the closer tracks?
That's an hour for us.
That's an hour. That's not too bad.
An hour and 10 minutes. That's not too bad. But Fonda's 2 hours. Granby was 3 hours, 2.5 to 3 hours. Syracuse is almost 4. Mm-hmm. Middletown was 3.
So no matter what.
And we used to travel. We used to travel a lot, and that was part of our gig. But that's just being from the middle of nowhere. That's what you got.
Okay, so you're at Fonda. It's the first time. You haven't been there in a while. When did the thought pop in your head, maybe I need to do this again?
I guess after a couple people approached me about driving their cars.
So you weren't thinking that at first at all?
Not really. I just went down to have a good time and hang out and see some old friends is really what my intentions were. And then a couple people approached me. They wanted me to drive their car last fall. Oh. And I just said, oh, time out. I need to get in shape. I need to do this. There's a lot of things I need to do because of my age. When I was 25, I didn't have to get in shape.
That's right.
I'm not 25 anymore, so if I'm going to try it, I've got to give myself a fair chance.
Okay.
So,
and you saw the cars kind of acting a little different on the racetrack, didn't you?
Oh yeah. Oh, it's a total different. Total different animal for sure.
Yeah, we only got about 2 minutes left. I'm letting Dave know so we don't go too long. I talked to a veteran driver. I think I could say who it is. It was Pat Ward because he actually said it in one of my interviews. He said driving these coil cars, he say it just beats you up like you've never been beat up before as a driver.
Yeah. I talked to Pat this summer, and he told me the same thing. Yes. Yeah, we went to Utica a bunch of times and got to see a lot of my old buddies, Billy Decker, Timmy Fuller, Pat Ward, Matt Shepard, and a lot of the guys that, I've known for years. But you watch these cars, and they definitely get beat up a lot.
Yeah, he says you have to drive them like you're mad at it, is the way he put it, right?
Yep.
Drive it hard.
Well, I always drove like that to begin with, so I was always pissed off at my car. So
all right, so nothing to change there. He's just got to get used to the rollover of the coils. So little over a minute at this point. Do you come into this season with any goals, or are we just going to have fun and go back at it again, and whatever happens, happens? What's your mindset?
I kind of feel like I've kind of proven everything that I wanted to prove years ago. I just want to go and obviously want to do the best I can. We want to have some fun. Wes and I have talked about it. We just want to have some fun and be competitive.
Okay. And if we win a race, that's the cherry on top, pretty much?
No, that's 100% it. Yep.
I'm glad you're coming into this again. It's going to be fun. I'll tell you what, are you going to do any motorsports shows maybe or something in the spring like you used to or something possibly?
Probably not this year. We're kind of... we kind of thrown into the fire, so there's a lot of things to get ready and to get adjusted. He's actually got the cars all ready to go.
Oh, nice.
So he's actually headed to Florida next week for the winter. So
that's why I got him done early. So, this is going to be exciting, Dave. It really is. It's going to be so good. Car's going to look the same. We're thinking at this point we only got a few seconds. So the same or a new look?
No, new look. His cars are blue and white, a little bit of black for us at 24.
That's right.
Motorsports on the side. So that's traditionally his stuff. So that's what we're going to go with.
Wish you all the best, man. You have a nice New Year's, and I'll talk to you soon, Dave. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Doug. Appreciate it.